Right, right. Today I want to talk about 1984 by George L. Orwell. Um, this is I have sort of read this book back in not the 1960s actually, really, and I have to say it's the most depressing book I ever read. And I certainly haven't read it since. But but it's got a lot of publicity now because um, it is relevant to what's going on today with uh, technology of on the internet, and where people find themselves being tracked and bombarded by adverts and that sort of thing, really. So people do feel that Big Brother is watching them all the time, and certainly a lot of people don't like it. So a lot of people have talked about this, but I always want to go at a different angle about this and point out that basically the how George Orwell describes this dystopian society is very masculine. It's all about the government gaining power over people and using every means available to do this. So it's using violence, intimidation, propaganda and brainwashing and trickery of any kind. So it is about a very brutal and uncaring society. But of course, all the tricks in 1984 that George Orwell talks about are not new. I mean, if we look at societies going back to the Roman Empire and further back than that, rulers were still using very similar tricks to gain power over their people, And so, I mean, the only difference is that today the governments have got technology at their disposal. So therefore they can use computers and mobile phones in which to track people and find out what they're doing and thinking, this sort of thing. But the thing is, we haven't reached the stage of what is claimed in George Orwell in 1984 is because people are fighting back. The thing about the World Wide Web or the Internet is that even though it allows governments and big businesses to track people and find out what's going on with the people all the time, it wasn't created by governments. It was created by geeks, basically, who didn't have a lot of interest in making a lot of money or keeping tabs on the society as well. It's only later on big business and governments are come in to take over the internet and the World Wide Web. And basically, and what's interesting about these geeks is that a lot of them do these things for free. The people who created the World Wide Web wasn't thinking in terms of making a lot of money out of it. In fact, didn't make a lot of money out of it at all. They were only thinking in terms of how it would benefit the population at large. But then again, you got say people like Bill Gates come along who immediately use it as a business business opportunity and became for a while the richest man in the world. So there are two types of people out there really: people who want to use the internet to gain great power and keeps it, and target adverts at people and this sort of thing. And the people who actually are what I could call unsung heroes or heroines who do not use the internet to gain power and wealth, but use the internet to help other people. And it's through these geeks that we haven't got the society that as portrayed in 1984. I mean, I know we've got a monopoly with Google now, and they want to dominate the internet, and they've got Facebook, and they've got Amazon, but the geeks have created things like Linux and open source, coding and this sort of thing, web coding. And they are the people who are setting us free, basically. So they prevent the whole of the internet being taken over by big business and by governments. We also got small small news outlets who are countering the effects of the mainstream media, and they've given a different point of view to people that you don't get with mainstream media, which is dominated by governments and big business and billionaires. So let's look at the motivation of these people who are fighting back. They don't make a lot of money out of it. So why are they doing it? And I would say they have a more feminine point of view, way of thinking in life. The masculine, of course, is all about power, about competing with other people and gaining power over them, and of course using force and intimidation and trickery and propaganda and brainwashing to gain power over other people. I mean, I think people like Bill Gates apparently are sort of control freaks, and but the people who are putting out things on Linux and other sort of web browsers and like Brave and etc. are people who are not interested in just gaining power and wealth for themselves. They are only there to help other people, and that's a very feminine way of thinking about things. The feminine is all about nurturing, caring for people. So it is a classic example of the masculine versus the feminine in the internet world, where the caring geeks who want to help other people are actually protecting all of us from the big big monopolies like Google and Facebook and Amazon. So I just wanted to use this video to make that point.